Previously on Phoenix Wright's Spirit of Justice. Why would my client move Acolyte Zealot's body to where everyone could see it? Yes. And why would she stab the dagger with her fingerprints into his dead body? Thank you! She had no reason to do any of those things. The dagger in his corpse was likely a warning to the rebels. Something along the lines of, Lady Kira will slay the Defiant Dragons. Think, who could have killed Zealot the day before the Wright? Who knew about the rebel hideout? Yeah. Somebody did. Somebody definitely did. Okay, so now what? This is a new recording session, so if I sound a little different, I've been doing this kind of weird with this. Like, I haven't been saying goodbye when I get done with the recording session. I'm just gonna stop, so then there's like this smooth transition or something. Anyway, what are you two going on about? Plotting your escape from this sacred hall? I would not put it past you, considering you have no means to raise further objection. If I don't do something, Prosecutor Sadmani will have this one in the bag. I'll just have to bluff my way out of this, regardless of that huge problem. Boy, oh boy. If you don't mind, I believe there is another suspect in Pure Zealot's murder.
Objection!
Even the most benevolent Holy Mother would not forgive such a desperate lie. But go ahead. After all, you know very well that such a person does not exist. No, there is one person who knew everything. Does such a figure truly exist? Tell us, who might that be? I believe the prime suspect in Acolyte Zealot's murder is... crap. Okay, let me just check something here because, well, it's been a few days. And I should have done this before I started recording, to be honest, but, so the dagger in his corpse is likely a warning to the rebels, something along the lines of Lady Kira will slay the Defiant Dragon, so that is why she moved the body to the plaza for all to see. Okay, yeah, so, like, he got murdered up there in the room, right? Well, it's right about time for one of your groans. Okay, so okay, that's what's going on here. Because I know who I was thinking of, but I didn't remember why. And now, that makes a lot of sense. Trust in me. Sorry, dude, I don't. Present.
Take that!
It had to be someone allowed to enter the sanctum and who knew of the hideout. And that would be the High Priest. He could have committed the crime if it occurred the day before the Wright. They are not gonna like this, y'all. It would commit a crime upon the dead, knowing very well they tell no tales. Have you no shame? Dead men tell no tales. That is definitely a problem, and a movie, I think. If only the High Priest could tell his side of the story. Oh no. You could channel him, right? What, do I have something on my face? Wait a second. Could this actually work? But she doesn't want to tell people, though. Oh no, don't tell me I have some of my breakfast caught between my teeth. No, if there's even the slightest possibility, I'll have to go with it. He's not even listening to her. Your Majesty, dead men do tell tales, therefore I would like to request the High Priest's testimony. His testimony? Just how do you propose we get the deceased to testify? How do you think, dude? There's a way for the dead to testify. It's known as... channeling. Summon him here by means of spirit channeling. That's what you guys do, right? What did it just say? It's kind of weird, like, why wouldn't they just do that with every case anyway? Oh, well, I guess it's sacrilege, yeah, okay. Peace! I'm frankly astonished you even know of such a thing. But spirit channeling is a secret art that only Her Eminence Queen Garan can perform. So, Her Eminence is far too busy with other duties to perform it at our pleasure. I'm not asking for pleasure, I'm asking to win this case. But I suspected as much. That means our only hope is... yikes. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna get awkward. It's okay, Nick, you can tell them. Are you sure? Are you sure about this? I thought you wanted to keep it a secret here in Khura'in. Don't worry, it's not like it's against the law or violates some religious precepts, so I don't think we'll be punished. At least I hope not. But this is a crucial period for you. Wording. It'll decide whether you become Master of Khura'in. We don't have any other choice now, do we? If I'm found guilty, it'd be a lot worse than not becoming Master of Karain. Alright. Thanks, Maya. Actually, there is someone here who's capable of channeling spirits. Oh, this is gonna blow your minds, y'all. It's gonna blow their minds. But even Her Benevolence Princess Rayfa finds the divination seance to be a challenge. Who could possibly have greater spiritual power than she, aside from the Queen? That would be me. Yeah, some people in the comments were saying that her Magatama was always orange. Was it really? It wasn't green before? Because I could have sworn. If it's orange, I'll take your word for it, but man, I'm going to have to go back and look because I sure don't believe that right now. My memory doesn't. I mean, I will on faith, but anyway. Peace, peace, I say! Is this true? Is the accused capable of performing the serial art of spirit channeling? Well, yeah! Yeah, I can. Now, Your Majesty, we'd like your permission to begin. She's gonna be like, no, you don't one-up me in this courtroom. She's like, let me try first. Your Benevolence. This is an outrage, I say! First you make a mockery of the divination seance, and now spirit channeling. Her Benevolence speaks the truth, spirit channeling is a sacred right! For devils, his age from put just immediately! She like, shut up. Still your voices! Bobhead, spirit channeling is the most sacred and secret of arts. Are you prepared to face the consequences of what you propose? Yeah, I am. What are the consequences, by the way? Your Benevolence, are you saying you approve of their use of spirit channeling? I will judge whether their claim is true. If this is but another of their lies, well, you know what to do then. But they shall be executed on the spot. Very well then, I'll be looking forward to that. Your Benevolence. What if the accused accidentally calls forth an evil spirit? You truly believe this foreigner is capable of channeling spirits? I'm seeing red down here on my OBS, of which I'm using to record this, so I think it's because I'm trying to render a video at the same time as I record. So I'm going to stop for a minute until that's done, so I'll be right back. Oh! Okay, I'm back. Well, an inexperienced practitioner could inadvertently call forth a dangerous spirit. Why is there so much spit in my mouth? But do not fear, for I have a Magatama of parting. That's scary looking. With it, I can send spirits back to the Twilight Realm by halting the flow of spiritual power. Good lord, that is a relief indeed. I know, these foreigners have thrown down the gauntlet, and I will not have it. Let us not shirk from their challenge. We must prove them guilty and deliver their last rites. Do I make myself clear, Prosecutor Sadmati? Shit, son! Perfectly, Your Benevolence. I don't know when you had more authority than me. Well, I guess you do. I mean, it's kind of how it works and all, but still. Very well, the accused may channel the High Priest spirit. Well, here we go. But first, we must take a short recess to prepare. We will resume as soon as the preparations are complete. Until then, this court is adjourned! Bye now! Like the little green emblem on his hammer there. What, to be continued, really? Man, I was that close, jeez. Boy, I don't know, I'm pulling a Luca Jin left and right here. Save game, yes I will. We will save, oh, these are both the same thing. Which one is older, though? I don't know, probably this one. Alright, well, desperate times call for desperate measures, y'all. Here we go. Maya 12. High Court of Kurain accused High Court of Kurain. Sorry, Maya, this was the only way. Sure you're up for this? Thanks for believing in me, Nick. Even though I don't know if my channeling ability is on point yet. Oh, right. Before she started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. So right on par with Hagakure here. I know you can do it, Maya. At least I hope she can. So you sure you're ready? Yeah, at least I think so. You don't sound so confident. What about all your training? All that time spent standing under waterfalls is gonna be good for something. Training is one thing, actually doing it is another. Oh, I see. Uh-oh. If she fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead. Relax, Nick. You can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This'll be a moment you'll never forget. Okay, I just hope it's unforgettable in a good way. Well, if it's in a bad way, you won't have to remember it for long. Once we hear about Enmy's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light. I hope so, but he was hiding the fact that he was a rebel, so I doubt it'll be as cut and dried as all that. They're ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Sure thing, dude. Okay, Maya, I'm counting on you. You got it. Here we go. She's so happy and confident, but I get this awful feeling. It's only a matter of time, and it's coming. It's coming fast. May 12th, High Court of Khura'in. Let's go. Man, does Maya get to do a fancy dance now? We have received official approval for the accused to channel the spirit here today. I hope you brought your video cameras. Now, if you will, Miss Faye, please proceed. Or they're not wasting any time at all. Yes, your majesty. I can't believe this. Only the queen should channel spirits. Execute them! Put them to death right now! You stop saying that word, please. Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you. I've been studying here in Khura'in for 2 years now, so that one day I will be the master of Khura'in, a village of spirit mediums back home. But first, I shall show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom. Wow, she seems really competent. She's a regular old trucy. A neophyte practitioner such as you cannot possibly channel a spirit. Well, just you wait and see, kiddo. Okay, your benevolence, how about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Oh, very well. If you succeed. Well, that would kind of defeat the point, wouldn't it? Okay, I will. Just you watch. She's gonna turn into Tony the Tiger here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shoot, look at that determination. It's going by itself here. I wasn't advancing that. Oh, is this the disturbing thing? This is it, isn't it? There is nothing that could be more disturbing than what I'm looking at right now. That is some fucked up repugnant shit right there. Okay. What is this place? Oh my! Yeah, what do you think of me now, huh? This cannot be? Oh, but it can. It's happening right in front of you right now. You gonna still deny it? You gonna keep denying it? It's the High Priest. The accused really can channel spirits. I don't believe it. The accused spiritual power is the real deal. Yeah, I know. And all that time you were just saying nothing, you know, because you didn't know nothing. You just assumed. You just assumed. You must be right. You couldn't possibly be wrong, could you? Then I showed you that you were wrong. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. Oh, but it can. I must step out now before I forget myself. Or before I pee myself, too. Oh, wait, I already did that. Oh. How about Enmy? Would this be the Twilight Realm? And what of this? Oh, my god. Luxurious mane of hair. Is it perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service? How about Enmy? My, but if it isn't His Majesty. Have you too shuffled off that mortal coil? Nope, I'm still here. Please do not count me among the dead. It is only you who has passed on. But the spirit medium, Maya Fey, has brought you back among us today. Why? Acolyte Fey has mastered the secret art of spirit channeling. I suppose that explains these gorgeous locks. When I pass from this world, I too hope to be channeled with a full head of hair. Though it be for the briefest of moments. I give thanks for this splendid oh boy. Clothes. Praise be to the Holy Mother. However, this kimono is a bit too snug for my tastes. If you would excuse me. Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Wow, he's like simultaneously ripped and starving at the same time. Jeez. There, that is better. Can we get to his testimony now? And I wish he kept his top on. Ha ha ha, Kylo Ren. Ha ha ha. Why, you are that foreign lawyer that people speak of as of late. And is this not the Hall of Justice? Why have I been summoned here? Forgive us for calling you back from your eternal rest. But you have been accused of murder. Might we ask you to testify on your own behalf? What the? God damn, dude. Yeah, the Magatama's orange right there, so I guess, wow. I guess I can see how I could have been wrong there, man. I think I just got so used to the one that Pearl gives you, you know, and that's the one you carry around with you, and that's always the one that you use, so maybe. Like, this is unreal. I've been accused of murder. That is troubling indeed. What's with that crazy pose? Is this really cause for such astonishment? Even the lowliest of monks can achieve such body control with the proper training. Oh. I wonder if Albie will be able to do that someday. Don't even think about that. Will the defense please explain the situation to the High Priest? I'd be happy to. Your disciple, praise a lot, has been murdered. It happened on the day before the purification rite. And the crime occurred in the rebel hideout hidden within the inner sanctum. Acolyte Zealot, he has been killed. Who would do such a thing? Why, you were hoping. Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you abandoned me. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Straight to the point. I love it. Oh dear. That's still Maya's body. I hope he doesn't break anything. He's thinking about it. I don't know, man. Oh my god, even in the zoom out. Even if he is a rebel. Well, it is kind of weird, you know, that they're willing to actually prosecute one of their own for killing rebels. Like, you think they'd be okay with it, you know, like, oh, hey, just kill them all. Oh my, have my rebel allegiances been exposed? Not even my wife knew of that. It seems to rest in peace is not my fate. Why did you, devout priest of Kurainism, join the rebellion?
Objection.
The High Priest has come back to us for but a brief time, defense. Shall we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions? Yeah, right, I suppose. Appleton me, the prosecution believes that the one who slew both you and Acolyte Zealot to be Maya Fey, who had been playing the role of Lady Kira in the Wright. Being that I was dead until just a moment ago, my memory is a bit hazy. Could you please do your best to remember?
Objection!
Ooh. What's this about? The High Priest says his memory is hazy. It is all coming back to me. It is as Prosecutor Sabmati concluded. I was slain by none other than Maya Fey. The High Priest's statement has proven my assertions with regards to his murder correct. All he did was say it! That doesn't mean crap, man. It doesn't mean crap! But what about Acolyte Zealot? You weren't the one who killed him, were you? Or, wait, I had that backwards. Whatever. I know not about my disciple's murder. Furthermore, I have an alibi of my own. An alibi? Seriously? Ha ha ha! It seems the testimony the defense had been hoping for is working against him. Well, we haven't even gotten to the cross-examination yet, so just hold your horses, dude. Now how about send me your testimony, if you please? Thank you for not clapping. Also, nice job putting your hands in such a way so that the Magatama's like right in the middle there. Wow, man. I can't even believe this is happening right now. I have an alibi. I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Just past noon on the day before the Wright, I was entertaining guests at my home. And I believe my guests can corroborate this. Oh, well, there you go. Short, sweet, to the point. You had guests just past noon. It's right about the time Zealot was murdered. Are you sure about that? Absolutely. Come to think of it, Rayfa told me about a spirit's memory. Yeah, she did. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled. Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all the memories it had in life. Right on. I didn't really need you to remind me of that because I thought it was so interesting that of course I remembered it. But hey, whatever. So the High Priest seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So the question is, what would be the best angle of attack? Well, first angle of attack is just press, press, press. Literally, press 3 times. On the ceiling if you want me. So I reckon we'll start here. This is probably going to grow to more than just 3 statements pretty soon. You used the word alibi as if it were second nature. I suppose I did, didn't I? Are you perhaps mocking me? Or is it perhaps the kingdom of Karine itself you wish to ridicule? Throw him out! Throw him out! Come on, everyone and their grandpa knows what alibi means. We're not a bunch of country bumpkins here. We have plenty of courtroom drums on TV. Yeah. Peace, peace, I say. Mr. Wright, would you care to clarify your last statement? I'd rather not. Please don't take it the wrong way. It's just, alibi is a rather technical term for a priest to use so naturally. I assure you I know how to use the term. In fact, I had even hoped for a chance to do so one day. And now I can say I have. Cross that off my bucket list. What's next? Let me see. How long will she be willing to let me use this body? I suppose that even I, a high priest, am not immune to such trivial worldly attachments. Oh, I see. Still, he seems unusually calm and composed. It's almost as if he had prepped himself for something like this. Saying he, got himself killed deliberately to... Just past noon, the day before the Wright, I was entertaining guests in my home. Okay, so, guests? And you were entertaining them personally. Take your bow. That I was. We gathered around the table for a most enjoyable conversation. He said his guests could corroborate his alibi. It can't be good for our case. Are you sure that was the same day as the murder? Maybe you've misremembered? God! Do not doubt my mnemonic. Oh boy. I may have died, but my memories up to that point are crystal clear. What sort of transformation is this guy gonna have? Like, he already is a transformation by definition. Sorry, he's pretty thin-skinned for a priest, though I guess I should have known better than to doubt his memory. Something off here. Trying to go over this timeline in my head here again. Because Zealot went there the day before, right? Before the Wright, I mean. And then he and Maya went up the next day. That way everyone's breath becomes equally malodorous. Oh my god, put your leg down, dude! This ain't no Madonna video. I believe my guests can corroborate this. We gotta press. That's all we can do. And who exactly were your guests that day? Don't tell me they were rebels, so they can't be called here to testify. It was none other than His Majesty, along with his family. He couldn't attend the Wright due to work, so he stopped by ahead of time. Oh! My, how's daughter's grown? Wait a second. Let me set the record straight right now. I am not a rebel. Thank you for that wonderful meal, Abbott and me. Lady Enemy's cooking simply cannot be beat. See? It even makes me poop. So there you have it. What exactly was His Majesty at your home? He was there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indeed, precisely the time period within which Acolyte Zealot was slain. Yes. Yes, and we had a rousing chat concerning a game of Catch them all. Catch them all. Catch them all. I was clued in also that that's actually a reference to the, Pokemon, not X and Y, what's the new one, Sun and Moon? Because they said something about moves that can only be used once, which are like basically the Z moves. That's pretty cool. I'll just have that added to the testimony. After all, it was I who visited the High Priest's home. So I should add that to the testimony, because I'm involved now, and this is not good. My guests that day were His Majesty and family. They visited from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Hold it!
2 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's a short shift, but hey. Your Majesty, are you sure this testimony is completely accurate? Why, yes I am. Sure can be. Oh, how wonderful it is to finally have my actions be admissible as evidence in court. Isn't it awesome? His Majesty was at my home during the exact time period of the murder. Come, let us put this behind us. I could not have possibly committed this crime. How can you be so sure? What if the clock or watch you were using was off? Or you misread the time? I don't think so, Mr. Wright. There was a clock right near the table, and it had the exact time as my watch. Unless somebody moved both of them, which I seriously doubt. Like, changed both of them, I mean. Now do you understand, lawyer? And just like that. As you can see, my alibi is airtight. Or do you still think I could have killed Acolyte Zealot? Ah, His Majesty's a witness. Are you satisfied now? There is not a single discrepancy in Abbott and me's alibi. If I give up now, it's all over. Oh, slam the desk and just say anything. Now hold on a second, because I have an idea of something that might be wrong here. Is there anything wrong with the High Priest's testimony? Well, I'm gonna say there is. It probably has something to do with his memory. Something he remembered, something that he shouldn't have. After all, they only flashed back to it twice in the last, 5 minutes. There is? Well, then perhaps you could explain what it might be. This is what was wrong with his testimony. The prayer feast was short, he's too friendly with the judge, he knew the time of the crime. Oh, of course, he knew the time of the crime. He shouldn't have known that because he got killed first. And his memories are cut off at the time of death, so yeah. Well, thank God for multiple choice, let me tell you. Even a dummy can win at Phoenix Wright. After Abbott and me was channeled, no one ever stated what time Acolyte Zealot was murdered. Now that you mention it, I had this whole conversation memorized, and that never happened. Despite that, you claim to have an alibi from 2 to 3 p.m. That means you knew that Acolyte Zealot was dead when you were still alive. Oh God! Oh God! Whoa! I think I saw something just now. I thought that was like something behind him, but no. No, I must be imagining things. Well, it looked like a spirit or some ghost or something. So tell me, how did you know what time the crime had been committed? About that. Open your heart. Let the Holy Mother in. Why? We've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer. All who serve her holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul. Open your heart. Let the Holy Mother in. Bend your legs in every possible manner you possibly can. I feel as if my very soul has been cleansed. Oh! You can't fool me. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction disappear. You're not gonna say the thing? How can you be so sure? What's that supposed to mean? This lawyer seems to think little of the power of Kurinus' prayer. Huh? Ooh, so badass. Abbott and me was at home during the crime, but knew of what happened at the hideout. I believe this can be explained thusly. He must have had a way to monitor the hideout from his home. Oh dear. Oh, and you know what? There was that microphone in there, wasn't there? We never really were able to make... I mean, we saw it there, but we couldn't really figure out much more. As he had surmised, there was a listening device installed at the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn of anything unusual, even when I was not there. Remember, the rebels had been using this as a top-secret hideout. It'd be perfectly natural for them to install such an apparatus. Wait, come to think of it, when I was searching the rebel hideout, I saw something like that there too. Well, what does that mean exactly, though? That was a listening device. It starts recording whenever it detects movement. And I heard just such a recording after His Majesty and his family left. Oh, this hair is so lovely, though. I really wish I could keep it. If you look in the desk in my study, you will find the tape in question. Your study? I didn't know you had no study. Alright then, bailiff. Go get that tape. Go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priest's home. At once, Your Majesty. There he goes. The power of Kurina's prayer is such that even a putrid brain such as yours should understand it now. I think I'm finally to the point where I don't think putrid is funny anymore. So, yeah. Guess we made it there. We had to get there at some point. It's like the contradiction really did vanish. We shall ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. In the meantime, I would ask Abbott and me to continue with this testimony. Oh, what should I talk about? Want me to tell you what games I played? Very well. Alright, what we got here? I heard everything. So you heard everything, alright. So there are things that we figured out that he doesn't know. And hopefully we can use something of it to get him here. I was entering His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. I was entertaining, rather. Here's my leg again. When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarreling. What? First I've heard of this. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Faye. After that, there was a loud noise, followed by haunting silence. You, sir, have a very strange voice. Gotta find some way to attack his alibi. Uh-oh. If only Maya were here. She has a way of putting me at ease. Aww. But seeing her like this is only creeping me out. Yeah, it sure is. Though the High Priest was a rebel, he was still a Kurinist holy man. Therefore take care in your questioning, lest you invoke the ire of our people. How dare you suspect the High Priest? May the Holy Mother strike him blind! I mean, they want me so bad, and there's just no way. Oh, man, I'm so unwelcome here. I really can't wait to fly home after this. Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth. Okay, cross-examination? Cross-examination? Wow, jeez. Prostate exam. Ugh. We already made that mistake once. I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred, so... That's what you say, that's what you insist. You were entertaining His Majesty and his family during the crime. Indeed. My wife Believe was treating them to a wonderful home cooking. Your wife was there that day. Why yes, she was in the kitchen cooking up a storm the entire time. Come to think of it, I don't think I saw her at all that day. She takes her culinary duties most seriously, you see. That is why she was in the kitchen cooking without pause the entire day. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we should. Please add that statement to your testimony. Is that really it? I don't know, man. My wife Believe was in the kitchen cooking the entire time, okay, I mean, I don't know, it's like, when I know the answer, I feel like I'm wasting time doing this, but at the same time, like, what if you miss a line or something? I don't know. What was she making? Let me get that day featured. Hot and supplies. Hot and supplies. Hot jambalaya! And melt in your mouth. Hot surprise and melt in your mouth, I guess. They're both traditional Guarani's dishes. Can't even begin to imagine what those are. Ah yes! The exquisite zest of hot and surprise and the supreme texture of melt in your mouth. Lady Envy's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable. Thank you so much. It brings me great joy. Is she around here? I'd like to kiss her so she doesn't keep kissing my picture. She looks so stupid when she does that. Anyway. Thank you anyway. It brings me great joy to you enjoy your meal. Oh, once His Majesty and his family had left. This voice is evolving every time he speaks, I tell you. When I listened to the tape later, I found a man and a woman quarreling.
Hold it!
It's kind of like the Grubba voice that Aaron does, but lower. You heard everything from a recording. Indeed. Oh, boy. Each night I would secretly check what the listening device had recorded. I would have been in serious trouble with my lovely wife had she discovered my secret. Can you really tell what happened by the audio alone? Long years of ascetic training have sharpened my hearing. It is but a simple matter for me to ascertain a situation by the sounds I hear. Practicing Quarianism improves your hearing. Who knew? Hearing is but one of the senses that can improve. If one can focus and attain inner peace, all 5 senses can be sharpened. Including your legs. Why, the warbot over in the bazaar just cried. Did you not hear it? Give me a break. Wow, put your leg down, dude! Seriously! It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zealot and Acolyte Faye. And how would you know this? Hold on, are you sure about those voices? Was it really Zealot and Faye? Well, I'd say that was the most reasonable conclusion under the circumstances. After all, there are no other girls around here. Or perhaps Acolyte Faye has an alibi that you can prove. I'm afraid not. Then I suggest you make like a molluscan clam up. Now I will continue my testimony, if I may. Sure. After that there was a loud noise, followed by haunting silence. Alright.
Hold it!
I mean, I can kind of believe that, because that does line up with what happened. A loud noise, I'd say that's worth looking into. It was a terrible crashing sound. Poor Acolyte Zealot. It must have felt so heavy. It must have been the sound of that stone slab falling over. Should I have him add that statement to his testimony? Sure. Which one are we going to get him on here, then? Or do we just eventually have to do both, or can we do either? I don't know yet. As you wish. I would describe the noise as a terrible crash. Poor Zealot, it must have felt so heavy.
Hold it!
Using the exact words from the insights. Or, from the visions, actually. Some people pointed that out, too, that, like, insights are different. Insights are her interpretation, and the visions are the visions. So, that makes sense. So the insights are wrong. You believe that terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zealot's death? Yes, the sound, no doubt, was more Zealot's death knell. Such a tragedy, for he was a fine disciple. Yeah, I sure hate to lose him. I mean, we sure had a lot of fun together, playing bowling and stuff. And a little bit of Minecraft. What ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul? Zusarai Matame Yoma. Alrighty then. That was nice. I had high hopes for that young man's future. Zushirai Matame Yoma. Why do I feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now? Mr. Wright, you know, I gotta tell you, it's not looking good over here. You still feel the need to question the High Priest. His alibi is tight as tight can be. Tighter than my underwear. This isn't going so well, better ask him about something else. I'm curious, Abbott and me. Did you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left? Yes, I thought it would be wise to assess the situation. But as I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had. And the victim's body? It was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Faye must have already disposed of it, and anything else incriminating. So when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does in this photo. Which one is he showing, with or without the blood? Yes, I would say that is how it appeared that day. stone slab had been put back in place. Alright then. Well, let's see. So, like, well... Alright, here's what I'm thinking now. Dad's had the eye, right? But he gave it to us, basically, just now. So I assume the door can't be opened or closed without the eye. But he was in jail before he jumped down. I assume he had the eye with him in jail. Well, I guess he could have jumped down and taken it after he did whatever he did. So just don't worry about that right now. Is it now time to concede defeat? No, wait! I need just a little more time! Again! If you insist. God, I'm so sick of you, man. How many times? I was entertaining His Majesty and his family when the crime occurred. My wife, Believe, was in the kitchen cooking the entire time. Okay, so, well, here's the problem, see? Because at some point, she had time to take a picture with y'all. A picture of mine and the High Priest family taken during the Feast of Blessings on the day before the rite. Suck it. Oh. Crap. My bad. Let it go and move on and sleep. Abandon this folly. You know very well your evidence proves nothing. Nice try, but you can't make me give up. I'm gonna prove I'm right. Well, you better do it after this. After these messages, we'll be right back. It is a pitiful sight to see a lawyer who doesn't know when he is beat. Boy, I could really use that HP refill right about now. Just need to hang in there a little longer. Okay. Actually, that's... Actually, that's painfully obvious. Where is it? Yeah, like, how would he know, first of all?
Objection!
You got problems, sir. And your legs ain't one of them. Abbott and me, you said, and I quote, "Poor Zealot. It must have felt so heavy." Did you know that Heavy is actually a collected soul song, the second track on their album Dosage, and it's really good? Why do you think he felt something heavy? You said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. Uh-oh, you be sweating now. Don't be stinking up Maya's body. The fact is, of course, the stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte Zealot, impaling him on the Warbot statue behind him. So what do you think about that? But that was only revealed through her benevolence's divination seance earlier. In other words, she's being more useful than you are right now. Can you imagine? Will the defense please get to the point? My point is simply hearing a crashing sound shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death. Still don't see your point. Ugh, dude. I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew how the victim was really killed. Why? And that is information only the real killer could have known. You're done. You are done. There it is again. I definitely saw it that time. It looked like the Danganronpa, you know, avatar for Killer before you know who Killer is. I got the High Priest spirits shaking in his boots, or should I say sandals. What do you got? Need I remind you Abbott and me was with His Majesty at the time of the crime? Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer. That is true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zealot was killed. Something only the killer could know. Yeah, like the stone, you know, being unstable and falling on him. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think? We're ready for an explanation. I was just getting to that. Beep, 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 beep. Time to think of something quick. I'm down to 1 HP. Oh my god. The High Priest knew something only the killer could have known because... heard it from the real culprit, really? Wow. Oh no! Oh no, don't tell me! He did hear it from the real frickin' culprit, didn't he? He heard it from her. He must have heard how the victim died from the real killer. Boy, way to make that up on the spot, Phoenix. The real killer? Of course, that makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation. You know, he said she was in the kitchen the whole time, so how would he know if she ran off to do something? That is, if that's where we're going with this, but it has to be someone he would have trusted, right? Without an alibi, this person most likely to be Zealot's killer. Oh no. That's so weird, because the first one I saw her, I had this weird feeling. Oh man.
Take that!
She's only 31 too. Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priest's home, you didn't see Miss Inme at all, did you? Oh, I never saw her. But what does that have to do with anything? Did the High Priest ever leave your sight? No, I don't reckon he did. We were talking the entire time. Over checkers. And the food was brought right to the room's entryway. So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not. What the devil are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that Miss Inme might have killed Acolyte Zealot. Oh boy, this is gonna get ugly.
Objection!
Yeah, I'm not surprised he's objecting here. They're gonna fight me on this one. You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolyte Zealot. She was like family to her. No. We can't entirely discount the idea. Especially if you consider that blood is thicker than water. Oh yeah, I just made that up on the spot right there just now. Wasn't actually that funny either. Miss Inme could have been the one posing as Lady Kira. Oh, we're gonna go there too, aren't we? He's like, nope. My butterfly says no too. You can't see it, but... Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill Acolyte Zealot, though he was not a rebel?
Objection!
Well, guess what? As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. It would follow that his favorite disciple could very well be a rebel too. Are you suggesting that Miss Inme killed her husband as well? I mean, sad as it is to think she'd kill her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out. That's impossible. My wife would never kill me. That's just a thing we do in the bedroom, you know? We're role-playing! Don't you get it? Have you ever done that before? Jeez, you're making me talk about this now.